Hello friends, today I am going to discuss one of the most important topic, that is about the depreciation. If I ask the questions to the participants, to anyone, that what is the depreciation, so I get the response that depreciation is provided in the profit and loss account because of wear and tear of the plant and machinery, because of the reduction in the value of the plant and machinery. That's why we are providing the depreciation. So friends, that concept is not enough to understand about the depreciation, because the depreciation has many purposes that is accounted in the profit and loss accounts. So friends, now we will discuss one by one. So the question here arises that depreciation is a non-cash expenses. See, the expenses which you are providing in the profit and loss account, you are not parting that money with anyone, right? Now you are not handing over this money. Now this is just a book entry. So if this is a book entry, so where this then amount lies in the company's balance sheet or profit and loss account. So that also we will discuss with the example. And I am now putting before you one question, that the company has total value of plant and machinery of 1,80,000 rupees, and the scrap value of this plant and machinery is 20,000 rupees, and the life of this plant and machinery is 5 years. So under the straight line method, what will be the depreciated amount? Okay, so that answer we will also discuss at the end. So here now I want to discuss about the purposes of the depreciation. So friends, there are three purposes. First one is that the depreciation works on the matching principle. Second is to create buffer fund to replace the plant and machinery. And third is, as we know, that because of wear and tear or the reduction in the value of the plant and machinery gradually over the period of years. So that's why we are providing the depreciation. Now we will discuss one by one. The first is about the matching principle. What matching principle says, friends? See, whenever a company is purchasing, suppose a plant and machinery of 10 lakh rupees, why this 10 lakh rupees? Straight away I am not debiting from the profit and loss account. Why I am putting the value of this plant and machinery in the balance sheet? Friends, under the matching principle, what it says that you can only book the expenses up to the extent you are going to utilize. Okay, so any expenses, the value or the benefit from that expenses you are going to derive over the period of more than 1 year, so that expenses become part of your balance sheet. So here friends, you see the plant and machinery, this 10 lakh rupees company has purchased, and the life of this plant and machinery is suppose 10 years. So in this case, every year we can say that we are going to utilize only the 1 lakh rupees. If we debit straight away the entire value of plant and machinery in a particular year, then what will happen? That we will learn from example. Suppose in the first year, company has made the sales of 10 lakh rupees, and all the expenses, that manufacturing expenses, selling, general and administrative expenses put together is suppose 5 lakh rupees. And if I debit the value of this plant and machinery from the profit and loss account of 10 lakh rupees, so in that case, friend, the company will have loss of how much? 5 lakh rupees, right? The company will have loss of 5 lakh rupees. So this loss is happened because of booking the expenses of plant and machinery in the first year. Now friends, suppose again take the second year scenario. Okay, in the second year, suppose the company has again made the same sales of 10 lakh rupees. So but the expenses, the total expenses put together is 5 lakh rupees. So now this financial year, the company had made the profit of 5 lakh rupees. Why the company has made the profit of 5 lakh rupees? Because the value of this plant and machinery already I have accounted in the previous year, and this year I am not accounting. So because of this, the 1 year the company has made a huge loss into the profit and loss account, and another year the company has made huge profit because of the non-accounting of this plant and machinery. So the accounting standard under the matching principle says to the amount, to the extent you are going to utilize the plant and machinery, up to that value only you reduce it. Okay, you means book into the profit and loss. So here the 10 years I am going to use this plant and machinery. So that's why this amount I will write up to 1 lakh rupees. But the word, the term which we are using to account the utilization of plant and machinery is called the depreciation. So the moment I am now booking 1 lakh rupees instead of 10 lakh rupees, so now the profit in this company will increase from loss of 5 lakh rupees to 4 lakh rupees, right now? So now the loss will convert into profit. And now this is next year also I am going to, in the form of depreciation, that I am going to book these expenses of plant and machinery. So next year also the company will have total profit of 4 lakh rupees. So this is how the matching principle works. Because this 1 lakh rupees only I have used for production of this, means the manufacturing or sales, whatever you say. So that's why I am booking up to this amount of expenses only. Hope up to this level you have understood. Now coming to the second concept. In the second concept is what it is saying, that when that company should create the buffer fund to replace the existing plant and machinery. Friends, now you see the value of the plant and machinery is 10 lakh rupees and the life of this plant and machinery is 10 years. So just I am taking the raw example of 10 lakh rupees. Just assume the company has been set up with an expenditure of suppose 25 crore or 100 crore rupees. The life of that plant and machinery is 10 years. So just you think of that after 10 years what will be the status of the company, what will be the position of that company if the company does not start creating the buffer fund to replace the existing plant and machinery. So if the company does not create the buffer fund, so by the end of 10 years the machinery will stop functioning, and because of that the company will also not survive. So that's why in the form of depreciation, though we debit from the profit and loss account, but we are not parting with anyone, so that's why it remains in the balance sheet only. That I will show you with an example. So suppose friends, again the company has made total sales of 10 lakh rupees, a total expenditure of suppose 5 lakh rupees. So now the depreciation is nothing but the, as I discussed in the previous slide, it is nothing but the expenses of the plant and machinery which I am going to utilize. So 10% I am going to utilize every year. So the expenses used for plant and machinery is 1 lakh rupees, and this is the profit after tax. See, I am not adding here profit before tax, then tax, profit after tax, just for understanding purpose, friends. So the profit after tax, this company is having 4 lakh. So how it will reflect in the balance sheet? So see, everyone must be knowing that the profit after tax is shifted towards the balance sheet in the form of reserve and surplus. The moment it will be shifted on the asset side in the form of cash or any asset, it will reflect on the asset side. Now friends, you see the depreciation. This money also the company has not parted with anyone. This 1 lakh rupees, right now. So this 1 lakh rupees also be remaining with the company in the form of cash only, right? Because he has not parted with anyone. And now the value of the plant and machinery is here already 10 lakh rupees. So next year what we will do, we will say that already in the form of depreciation I have provided from the profit and loss accounts. So not current year, after utilization of 1 year of plant and machinery, the value of the plant and machinery will not be 9 lakh, 10 lakh, it will be 9 lakh rupees. So now you see the value asset side still is, it is the same. So next year suppose the company has again depreciated, the cash will increase from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. The moment next year, and the value of the plant and machinery will be reduced to 9 lakhs to 8 lakhs. So likewise every year it will keep on adding, and at the end of 10 years, company will have 10 lakh rupees in the form of cash, okay, and the net present value of the plant and machinery will be 0. But friends, in the balance sheet, it will not remain always in the form of cash. Every year the company will have choice that cash company can keep in the form of either he can make an investment also. So company have choice that the 10 lakh rupees that which the company has debited every year in the form of 1 lakh rupees have choice that in which form they want to keep into the balance sheet. But friends, if this company has suppose invested after the 5 years in the plant and machinery itself for some other purpose or from factory land and building and all this, so in that case at the end of 10 years the company will not have that buffer fund to replace the plant and machinery. So generally the practice is such that though depreciation amount remain into the balance sheet, generally company approach the bank to replace the plant and machinery by borrowing the loan. So that's why, but after all the purpose of depreciation is also to create the buffer fund to replace the plant and machinery. Okay, so every year this 5 lakhs, then after 10 years it will become the, hope you have understood that how the company is creating the buffer fund. Since the value of the plant and machinery reduces, that's why we cannot carry the historical cost of the plant and machinery in the balance sheet. So that is true, already you have understood in the previous slide that in the form of depreciation, though we are debiting, but since we are not parting with anyone, so because of that we are creating the buffer fund. So total expenditure is suppose 5 lakh rupees and the depreciation is 1 lakh rupees. So now you see friends, the profit after tax is suppose coming to 4 lakh rupees. So in the balance sheet what will happen? In the balance sheet we will show that plant and machinery 10 lakh and reserve and surplus 4 lakh will shift 4 lakh rupees, and every year here the depreciation amount that cash will come against this, right now 4 lakh rupees, and even the cash will come 1 lakh rupees. Okay, this is 1 lakh rupees of what? This depreciation against the depreciation. The moment cash will come 1 lakh rupees, the net value of the plant is now since 1 year we have utilized, the plant and machinery value will be reduced to 9 lakh rupees. So in the second year 2 lakh rupees has been accumulated from the depreciation. So the net present value of the machinery will be reduced to 8 lakh. So next year the value of the cash will be added to 3 lakh. So by way of depreciation the company will receive, so the plant and machinery value will be reduced to 7 lakh. So accordingly what will happen after 10 years? The company will have cash of 10 lakh rupees and the plant and machinery will be 0. But friends, again I am adding here that it is not necessary for the company to keep this entire 10 lakh rupees, means everywhere company need not require to keep in the form of cash only. Every year the company can make sub investment, or every year company can even purchase some fixed asset also. But it is the company look out that how in future the company is going to replace the plant and machinery. So most of the time majority of the company what they do at the end of 10 years, when the plant and machinery become obsolete, they approach the bank for the another finance, right? Hope up to this stage you have understood. Now coming to this question friend, that the plant and machinery value is 1,80,000 and the scrap value is 20,000 and the total the 5 years is the life. So as per a straight line method, what will be the depreciation? So the value of the plant and machinery is how much? 1,80,000 rupees, and the scrap value is how much? 20,000 rupees. So the net value of the plant and machinery is how much? 1,60,000 rupees. So the life value of the plant and machinery is how much? 5 years. The depreciation will be how much? 32,000 rupees. So this will be the friends answer, 32,000. Hope you have understood the depreciation and how this is called the straight line method, and how the WDV depreciation is calculated. Suppose the WDV depreciation is 25%. So in this case friends, I will keep not 25% for better understanding, I will keep the 10%. So what will happen? Suppose the value of the plant and machinery is 1 lakh rupees. This is also called discounting method. So in that case, at the rate of 10%, we will provide the depreciation. So 1 lakh का 10% कितना हुआ friend? 10,000 rupees. So the net present value of the plant and machinery will become how much? 90,000. So next year we will provide depreciation at 10% on the NPV. So the moment we are providing the 10%, so we will debit the 81,000. So generally in WDV case na, so again in third year we will provide the depreciation at 8,100 rupees. So likewise it will keep on reducing on the net block. This is called the friends net block of the plant and machinery. Okay, so it will come 72,900. So this is called the net block. So hope friends that up to this, so hope friend now you have understood the concept of depreciation.